Hello, hello, for those of you waiting in silence. Thank you for waiting. Let's see. We are casting today Nexus Gaming Series Season 19, Division B East, Hot Stats versus Braincellmates. And we just finished the map picks and bans, so let's go ahead and look at those. Let's see, we will not be seeing Tomb of the Spider Queen, Cursed Hollow, Braxis, or Sky Temple. Just waiting on one person in the lobby. Oh. Oh yeah, and we're going to Infernal Shrines. That's why 5 of them are grayed out. Hi, Hoku. Are you a part of B East? Or are you like the analyst or moderator? All this information I could easily look up, but will rely on your response instead. So we found our 10th person, so we'll go ahead and start soon. Whenever everybody ready's up. Just an analyst. Okay, cool. Are you an analyst for like a specific division or just like kind of general analyst for NGS? Are you going to be making new content when it's on Game Pass? I don't know what just happened, but I just played an ARAM, not a brawl, where everybody was Sergeant Hammer, and it was really painful. It was funny, but it was painful. And I hope that doesn't happen to me again. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of last minute recon on these teams. So this is Division B East. And I believe that's let's see. Checking out. Just pick a random player. Actually, we'll look at both of these captains and see. Previously ranked high plat low diamond. So it's incredibly low chance. Like, I thought it was an incredibly low chance to get all the same hero in ARAM, but I didn't realize they put Hammer back in. I guess that is part of the patch notes, actually. No, I remember it now. Like, I'm pretty sure they put Leo. Yeah, I did get a Leo one a while ago. And then Probius. The Leo ones are funny. The Leo in the Brawl is actually really funny, too. Just, like, it's finally, like, I think it's called March of the Black King. It's its time to shine. Hammer time. Don't forget to claim your channel points, your limes, because I will be doing predictions for these games. Unless I somehow forget. It's kind of funny. You stick around in NGS long enough, you see like all these kinds of different teams form and disband and form into new teams, and so you just see a lot of familiar names, small world, people you've interacted with. All right, the last person's back from getting water, so we're about to go into that draft. Let's go, Hot Dads. Hot Dads fans in chat. Are you Hot Dads kids? Many of us are quite old enough to have kids. Uh-oh. All right, we're starting off on a good one. Infernal Shrines. Oops. I feel like, being a 3-lane map, you always have macro pressure, unlike some of the 2-lane maps that are, it's harder to focus more on macro than on team fighting. But this one, I feel, is pretty balanced for the most part. Sometimes the objective can get decent value, and sometimes it can't get a lot. First ban Oriole is really interesting. The last NGS game I watched, they banned Oriole too, and like, is there something going around where like she's busted now, or are there just like some Oriole one tricks out there? I am definitely an Oriole enjoyer, so I understand banning her like without the context of not a lot of people playing her. Um, but she's also like a Cho'Gall ban, which is kind of funny. And then there's a Johanna ban here. That's pretty classic. She can be hard to kill. And the Yrel ban. Okay. You do want a strong offlaner here if you're playing kind of traditional, because double soaking is pretty important, or single soaking and getting the camp. She's busted now. Yeah, I agree. I think they overtuned her a little bit. They'll probably dial it back. I mean, they dialed it back in like the potential PTR notes, I think. And then the last ban is the Stukov ban. I think he's really abusive. So I can see that. And the first pick, Dahaka. Always a strong choice. Fun fact of the day. Most of the HOTS dads are dads. Well, then it's a really good name. Now, I'd be interested to know how old their children are. Unless you mean like dog dad. Like they have a dog. That kind of counts. And then Tassadar and Blaze. Okay. Blaze pretty strong in literally any map. He's a tank, but he's played as a bruiser. So all the siege damage he can do. Very hard to gank. Tassadar is pretty interesting here. That's probably picked up just for general wave clear and shrine clear. I think Tychus is even stronger when it comes to the objective because of Odin, should they take Odin. And then the tank pickup for Braincellmates. Murden. Braincellmates fans in chat. I really like their name, honestly. Like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, I totally get what they're trying to say. Lucio ban. Absolutely. I think he's one of the strongest healers. Look, that's 3 healer bans. There's only like 14 of them. So, if there's a role to choke out, it's the healers. But then again, I would say some tank players have a pretty like niche tank pool. So there's 2 tank bans here too. There's also not as many tanks, as there are DPS. So these are efficient bans. A new rank is an interesting one. And they pick up that variant. Now, will they have something to kind of burst off of this variant? Oh, extra CC is a good follow-up to a variant taunt. I'm assuming this is taunt variant. It's probably like an 85% chance it's taunt variant. Okay. So they're quite tanky on the side of hot stats, but at the same time their sustain is leaves something to be desired when you're picking up Uther, whose value is in the armor. And then for Braincellmates, they have Mephisto and Whitemane. I like that Mephisto. And the Tychus, honestly. Those are both percent damage dealing heroes, should you take the talent from Mephisto, but Tychus is baseline percent. So that works really well into Blaze and Uther. And Whitemane. Whitemane's really interesting to me. I'm excited for it. I feel like that's a hero that not everybody can pull off well. And Greymane. Greymane is the last pick of the game. That's kind of scary, I would say, into a Muradin, but it's good burst after the taunt. So I think this is a pretty even matchup for the most part. They've got decent macro and team fighting capabilities. Now we'll just check out the execution and synergy as the game goes on. And I will go ahead and start that prediction. And you will be voting for either Papas or Mitochondria. Watching your task closely. It honestly, TAS is kind of hard to play well, I would say. Just because you have to be really smart about your abilities. He's a skill shot hero, and then, they have high cooldowns. And you're stationary a lot of the time. So, he's a pretty good hook target. Alright, let's go introduce these teams. We've got Kakarot on that Greymane. I love the synergy they have. They have Portrait Synergy and Mount Synergy. Except for the Piggy. Anyways, you have Godly Newborn Blaze, User Error on Uther Q-Ball, on Tassadar Krogdon on Varian for hot stats. And then for Braincellmates, you've got Nixus on Tychus, Amon on Whitemane, Protoss on that Mephisto, Jaeger on the Muradin, and Jugger on that Dahaka. Let's check out these talents. We've got Speedy Dino, Dahaka, W build Mephisto, which I like a lot, but both Q build and W get picked kind of often. Jet Propulsion misses, minigunning onto that Blaze, who's getting very, very chunked. He popped Pyromania, but the armor does not stop minigun from doing percent damage. Now he's super, super low, maybe extended a little too far after being chunked. And so they're going to get that first kill with a little bit of experience lead. And so Varian's having to cover top here. And I'm not sure if that's tank Varian. And so they're already starting this camp. It hasn't even spawned yet, and they're like, we're on top of it. Muradin watching this bush. Seems like blue team is not quite aware of... Well, maybe they are. Okay, they check it. Pretty low. Muradin's making space. Waves are crashing. A little bit of soak drop here. Let's see. So that's a really early camp, and now they're looking to invade. They've already got kind of an edge and experience from that first kill. And now Blaze is getting miniguns. He's not going to lose too much, but Tassadar's getting jumped on by that Muradin. Force wall to kind of mitigate more follow-up. Tassadar is very chunked. And so they kind of look like they want this camp, but maybe not fully committing here because, Mephisto's wave clear is not great. Okay, so Tychus does come back. But, Dahaka's got to manage double soaking here. I'm not sure why Varian is... they've chosen to have Varian in this top lane. Generally, you'll see Blaze kind of double soak, but I guess he can't exactly clear the camp either. So all three of these bottom camps are going to Braincellmates, kind of just asserting their dominance here. And I didn't look at these first few talents for hot stats yet. Orc so that Greymane, Lion's Maw, the Q healing. I like the Uther auto attack. The stuns are pretty deadly, and he's already got 19, you know, out of the 75 that he needs. We're seeing that Q build Tassadar for ultimate burst. Both bruiser camps getting picked up by both teams, pretty much finishing exactly the same time as the objective is spawning. A little bit more soak dropping here. About half a level lead for Braincellmates. And they've kind of got this set up here, being out of vision. Oh, but a taunt on the Dahaka chunks him really far, but he gets the taunt onto the Varian while Tychus is minigunning him. But the parry helps him live for a little bit, but that's a 1-for-1 trade thus far. But now that Whitemane's here, they're looking very, very healthy. Looks like Blaze is in a bit of trouble here, but the tongue misses, seeing if Muradin has a Q anytime soon. And he does not, but Mephisto said, I want to do more. I think, I imagine Protoss eating in and saying, murder! You'll know what I'm talking about. So, pretty even on the objective here. Everybody's back up, but Braincellmates is going to have level 7 very, very soon. So it's a talent tier advantage. So you get the movement speed. Grenade damage over time, that's Cleanse. Skullcracker, also very strong. And Drag CD. That's actually a really strong set of level 7s. But both teams have it as of now. And red team's looking kind of chunked. The little Shrine Monkeys are 20 to 20. Mephisto's doing a lot of damage, but needs support to stay up. They are very, very tanky, especially when they're in melee range of that Mephisto. Whitemane's a little able to come out of that. Wow, so Hotstads being very patient, sitting right here till they get that level 7s and wanting that objective. It's going to be really helpful for them. They had that macro pressure here in the top, where the camp was able to crash into the wall and do a little bit of damage. Nice jump bait from Muradin, but it's getting a lot. I would say that Braincellmates does not have the best... Oh, the jump! The jump got stunned! Oh no! That was really good interrupt on that Muradin jump. Oh my gosh, they're actually gonna get this whole fort because... Oh, sorry, it's lagging just a hair. You're gonna get this whole fort! And it's not even a frozen Punisher. That's insane. Yeah, they don't have the best objective player. Like Punisher player, so. They're probably gonna want to prioritize like actually winning on the point. You know, instead of preferring to macro or... Let's see. Now, these teams are on even talents. So Mephisto goes in from above the wall. And Muradin's in there getting taunted, getting chunked, opting to walk this way. That was kind of difficult because there are a lot of people here, but at that point Whitemane can no longer heal you. Mephisto's doing a lot of damage. I assume he has the full reset, especially after that Q. But not going to keep going. Yeah, there's some homework that needs to be done here. It is very dangerous to lose this much structure early on. Pre-10, you know? So far, Hotstad's looking good with the map. You can't be upset about this position, getting a fort this early. Getting almost a tower from the keep this early. Okay, the Haka kinda lurking here, getting a tongue. Okay, I like the patience on the tongue for the Durance. Unfortunately, they were not able to flinch that kill. Mephisto not the greatest single target damage hero, and the other DPS was clearing. Macro's too powerful. Okay, prioritizing the camp clear is the choice there. Otherwise, you can't fight. Let's see, both teams doing their booster camps now. Still about the same level here. Dahaka doing a great job double soaking, joining the team when they feel it's necessary. Let's see, we do have that Odin. Divine Reckoning, which is, I would say the lesser common ult for that white main. But if you're having trouble with mana, that will definitely help you. Avatar, Odin, Durance, ISO. Go for the throat. The charge, not the protected, D-shield, Archon, and Bunker. Wait until all their kids come down to ask for water. That's when things get really spicy. It's okay, you can just, big boss, you know. Okay, so objective is coming up, and they're finishing off this wave here. Dahaka getting this wave close to the wall, which is actually kind of nice, because that means blue can't really soak it free. Or that was already cleared. Okay, big turns coming out onto that Varian. Odin getting used for the unstoppable. And they're quite clumped here, so Tassadar is really shining in this corridor. I love seeing this Q build with Archon, just like most damage possible, you know? And Dahaka's in this backline. D-shield gets used on that Uther. They're a little split here. 2 people tapping. So 1 goes down. I think they have the potential to win these team fights. And so that's a 1-for-1. And the Shrine Monkeys are pretty even too. Alright, the stuns are doing really well. They're pushing them away. Uther's looking a little low on mana. And we'll see how they fare with the Shrine Monkeys. Tassadar is stealing quite a few cheeky ones. And so Varian was able to tap here, so they're getting chased away, but we have another Durance onto that charge from the Grey Mane. That was a nice shot. Okay, and Mephisto's getting those resets. Chunking the rest of the team, and the Shrine Monkeys are very, very close still, but Tassadar's looking quite does die to that white main. Let's go. Love it when the healer right clicks. Very nice. That was very nicely done. Both teams showing that they have patience, you know, considering their CDs and the position of their teammates. And this one's a Frozen Punisher, so should have a bit of an edge, but Greymane is generally good at clearing. Let's see. Bunker's still available. May get used here. Okay. Bunker's the Punisher jump. Mephisto taking quite a few tower shots, so a little low. Punisher has about a third of its health left. And we did pop Odin here. Odin was able to be popped again. They popped Odin at the beginning of that objective. That's insane. Okay, so they get a fort too. Okay. The point blank Durance is good, but it's always getting cleansed, which is kind of cool. So, Jet Propulsion onto the back line from that Tychus, D-Shield onto that Varian, and Mephisto says, keep going. Murden's a little low on mana, it's a really good tongue onto the Tassadar. He does not like that position. Oh, can't back in that bush. Okay. Looks like Braincellmates did a bit of scaling, and they want this camp, which I believe they've earned. Yeah, for sure. Let's see if they can even out the map a little. This is like full CDs, Mephisto. Bronzebeard. Ooh, I like the spell armor, that's good. Oh. I like that too. The 4% on your E is Varian. Okay. Dahaka making sure they're not taking this camp because they see them down here. So that means red team has prio on whatever is up here. Tassadar getting that vision to check. And they said, fine, we'll take this in the lane that you're weakest in. Which honestly is really cool because they were not going to make it back up here in time. And nor was there any guarantee they'd win the fight because they're down level 16 talent tier. So I really like that play here. Oh, sorry, it doesn't go into the weakest lane. But it still forces them to react. So this camp's not going to do too much, but it is going to hold the wave back, which will allow their wave to push up a little. And now all of blue team is headed up to defend their precious fort because they've hit 16s. Spell power banner, benedictions, really great with that E build. You can just have so much stun layers. Oh, more spell armor. And honestly, it looks like they're just waiting for the next objective. Doc is almost done with that quest. And we do see that. There's so much percent damage in this game. That's why they're still waiting. Did somebody ask them to get water? Their child asked them to get water. Now the child is randomly clicking directions. I'm just kidding. They're almost done with that quest too, which is just great. I've noticed that Braincellmates, they tend to position well before the blue team does. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to win the fight, you know, more, but looks like I don't know, they're more in sync on where to be before the objective. So, oh, nice root onto the blaze that actually forces the bunker. A tongue onto the Greymane that cleanses a little late. Durance lands on 3 people and Mephisto's going really hard. Oh my goodness, Mephisto's scale has the... Oh, the shield! Okay, massive win. I mean, this is what Braincell wants. Like, they have the crazy, chaotic AoE damage with both Odin and Mephisto. And so, unless they get a really fast pick with, I would say, the stun taunt style on the side of Hotstads, they're kind of just running away, especially when they get chunked. They have Uther. And Uther's not going to protect their team from all of this percent damage. There's 10% on Mephisto, 5% on a grenade, you know, up to 5 people. Like, that's a lot of damage. So, Mortar Punisher barreling down top lane. And with all of those kills, Braincellmates is going to be level 20 kind of soon. Dog is doing a good job of homework here. Presumably has Burrow. Looks like they're just gonna get this tower. They have the on the way ping. I'm assuming that's Blaze. Maybe there's a flank, but they know that the Hawk is not here right now, but Blaze is unable to keep chasing after that Muradin stun. So, all things told, Braincellmates has a good advantage here compared to the bot lane. But they're still pretty even in the mid section here. They are level 20s though. And so we're seeing Rewind, Mimic, which is going to be an insane boost of damage. Like, you think 16 is a great boost? Mimic's, you know, another Lightning Shield or Lightning Nova is going to be happening in such a crazy area. It's also good for the Shrine. He's such a good hero, but, you know, he can be shut down. He has counters. We do see big red button to Apex Predator. Okay, lots of burrows. I like it for the homework. Taunt onto that Muradin. Cleanse and Avatar and Durance are getting pulled. So the Mimic doing quite a bit of siege damage. Muradin, okay, able to jump out. Everybody's still pretty healthy. Okay, halfway healthy on the red side, halfway healthy on the blue side. But they pop big red buttons, so they're gonna get as much siege damage as they possibly can. They're not gonna get this whole fort, though, I don't think. Unless something crazy happens. Okay, Braincell moving up, kind of looking for this Blaze. They just appeared in vision, so blue team definitely knows. They say nope. Red team has used quite a bit of ults, so, but they still have 20s, and I'm wondering if they want to fight this at all. Okay, go for the throat use on that Mephisto, but he does not end up going down. And they're taking the camp? That's kind of crazy in my opinion. But I guess if you want to fight, you know, up 20s, It's just only one person has their ult left, and that's Durance. Oh, and we've got the pull on Divine Reckoning. I feel like anything is possible still with the way the map is, and both teams about to be 20. But Red is kind of controlling the space on the map for sure now. Like, Dahaka has increased burrow time, it's kind of everywhere on the map. And they're gonna push down this keep. They saw Blaze down here clearing that lane, so it's 5v4. The stun comes out, another stun. I'm surprised I didn't see the taunt there. They did get a lot of damage on that keep. That's gonna be really important for Katas, you know, eventually this Winion pressure. And again, both teams level 20. Red is already on that objective. And they're starting it early. The Hawk getting good vision for the team, able to walk away pretty safely. Braincellmates already has 10 of those, so Blue is looking to force. They say, I don't know if we can afford losing another objective. So they walk onto it, and then Red kind of just walks off. Oh no, the jet propulsion. Ah! Okay, so Bunker getting pulled, but Bunker's already dead. And Whitemane's ult pulled Blaze back in. Okay, Blaze is down. Greymane is getting jumped on. Varian getting Durance, Tongue, D-Shield. Hopefully Blue can walk away from this. That's a really good force wall, actually. Not sure Greymane's gonna get away, though, from that big red button. Okay, Dahaka finishing off with that little boot. That's what I get back here. I feel like I've seen this a few times this game. Okay. Okay, backing. That's kind of safe. This is a big wave, though. It's not nothing. It could look like this side, you know. Oh, and they did already get that keep. Okay, the Hawk is gonna do homework. Pretty much always has burrow up. It's like a 20-second cooldown at this point. Two members still dead. One about to come in 5 seconds for hot stads. Punisher jumps the Varian. Murden looking to follow up. Doesn't quite make it. That kind of hurts. But it's about halfway gone. So the only ults that will not be up for whatever is about to happen are Archon. We're about to get big red button and B shields. And I think Blue is going to kind of fight for their life here unless Red walks away. Okay. He said our map looks good. Just gonna take it and go. Oh, he's looking. I respect it. They kind of want to be forcing at this point because their map is not looking good. You can't out macro this. You want to be winning team fights and pushing down structures, I think. You can't just be waiting for the fight to come to you when your map looks like this. Okay, I like this. Okay, they spot it. There's been a lot of taunts on this Muradin. Gets cleanse and avatar. I feel like that's any other person, they die. So Uther goes down immediately. Bunker getting popped. Blaze getting pulled back in again. I love how they all pop their ults at the same time. I mean, it's been winning them the team fight, but like, I love to just get like insta Odin. Okay, it looks like they want to go core here. That or they're fishing for more kills. They might need to fish for more kills. Oh, the root? Okay. Oh, the charge! Good dodge. Let's see how good of a defense they can put up. That is 3 oh no. That's 3 catapults. Those are gonna hurt. That's 5 catapults and a camp and mimic. Oh, taunt onto that Mephisto. He might die here. He might die after the fact. Big wall, but it's just too much macro pressure. And that's game 1. Going to Braincellmates. Hopefully you guys gambled your lives. Let's see. Did you gamble your lives? Only one person gambled. No. Okay, let's take a look at these stats. Oh my goodness, 96k healing on the white main. Okay, it's more than. That's how you know you healed a lot. Is when you heal, your healing number is higher than anybody's damage number in the game. Okay, that's not a good metric, but it is a metric. The metric we all look at is damage dealt. And Mephisto coming out on top. Kind of surprised to see Tassadar right there with him because I feel like Mephisto's just insane. But Tassadar, I think, did a pretty good job. I like Archon, but I'm trying to imagine what the game looks like if they have Black Hole. Because I feel like Black Hole actually really synergizes with Shockray. You can make both work. And maybe like armor reduction at level 20 or force wall level 20. Those are both really good level 20 talents too that could have made some difference. Now there's a lot of things that I think Braincellmates executed really well and won them the game, but I think overall like the teams and the fights to me looked at an even skill level. There was a difference in comps, you know, and positioning, which I think had an effect. But overall, it's a pretty even game for the most part. Lots of macroing done by the Dahaka. You love to see that. I loved getting to see Judgment Day and Divine Reckoning get their value. Yeah, that was a good game one. Go ahead and update that score. And by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but Braincellmates have first pick of the hero in draft, and Hotstad had pick of the map. So Hotstad's picked Infernal Shrines. I'm sorry. I have to complete this prediction, honestly. Your points are gone. Whoever voted. Okay, looks like they're already opening that next lobby. So, and we're going to Alterac. I'm excited for this one. I feel like you get to see some niche heroes for this map sometimes. Like Junkrat, Chromie, Anurak, Samuro, even Vikings. Thank you for the follow, Eliel. And Elmster, I saw you earlier. I forgot to say it. I can only hold so many things in my brain at once. So this is a best of 3. So if Braincellmates wins, it's the last game. But if Hodstads wins this one, there's potential for a 3rd game. There's not that many maps to choose from now. So after, let's say there's a 3rd game, they could only play, I believe, Volskaya, Towers of Doom, Garden of Terror, Dragonshire, and Battlefield of Eternity. Oh, no problem. Hopefully the stream quality is okay for you guys. I've been having some internet issues. Let me know. Not that there's a ton I could do about it, but you know, maybe I need to restart the stream or something. So we're already in draft. Surprise. I'm having a co-caster. It's Jotak.
Hello. Do I need this?
Do you want it?
No.
Oh, okay. No sound for you.
I don't need any audio cues. Good morning, everyone. I'm sure it's morning for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. I said good morning to Protoss in the coin flip chat, and they were very surprised.
Yeah.
Okay, I like the Dahaka band, even though they were the ones that played it last game.
What's the standings in this match so far?
It's 0-1.
Okay, which team is 0 and which team is 1?
Hotstads, who
Okay.
are apparently mostly all dads in real life.
Very cool.
It's not specified whether those are dads of human babies or dog babies, but
Okay.
anyways.
We
And
don't discriminate.
yeah, and then Braincellmates is one. They have 1
Nice.
point. These are the same bands they banned last game, Hot Dads. And then Braincellmates banned Oriole and Euro last game.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And
the
2
Hogger.
offlaners, and they're like, well, you left Hogger up. Ariel.
Oh, and then they took Oriole.
Yeah.
Some very
okay.
contested heroes.
Cassia's second pick is interesting.
Yeah.
It's flexible, but
Yeah.
it's not usual to see Cassia lock so quickly.
Yeah. Is that because she's vulnerable just to like a stun or a blind or like a...
I just feel like she's kind of niche in what you kind of want her into. Like, do you need the blind? Do you need a ton of damage? Because she's more stable, but
They did just pick Zul'jin into Cassia.
that's funny.
So, I mean, maybe he's a W guillotine only Zul'jin.
Mm-hmm.
And a Nubrak. A cheeky hero on Alterac Pass.
Uh-huh. Yeah, makes sense. Let's see the pick the Samuro up for the same purpose.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Peldor.
Nice.
Nice
Hello.
raid.
Morning, everyone.
Hi, Ashbash. Those are some good emotes. Peldor's got the good graphics.
Mm-hmm. I was just gonna say I'm thinking it's an Anduin ban.
Yeah, Anduin Van. I like that Nubrak actually into the Cassia, you know, having those extra stuns, making sure that she's vulnerable for as much time as possible.
Also, cocooning a ball is pretty nice. Although
Cocooning a ball.
lately I feel like people have been really liking the pull ult on Cassie. I see that a lot more often than
Pull,
I see.
pull to me reminds
bouncing
me
ball.
of Disc, where it's like it's an initiation from a DPS, which is incredibly strong. Like you can just fish. Like you're basically Stitches, right? Like like Hanzo Arrow, Containment Disc, Valkyrie.
Yeah.
It's so many opportunities for your team to have the edge. For your team to burn up a cleanse. Like
We see Blaze Sill. Okay. Nice. They've got good push. They got macro. The camping.
yeah, it looks like Braincellmates will struggle
fine
more
too.
with camps because Hotstats has Hogger.
Yeah, you're always going to lose to Hog. But in the end, it's just one camp. So it just comes down to if you can match the rotations. And they have people to cover all the lanes. Ariel actually even is pretty good at covering a lane. But
She was.
I mean, she's still good.
She's not as good though. Like
But people took Searing Light before as healer? They did, huh?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
Jaina.
so we see Jaina and Rhaegar picked up. I think 2 very strong heroes, but they need some talents. I don't think Jaina's like super awesome at level 1 because you used your whole set of spells. You're like out of mana. And then Rhaegar kind of amps up his healing later game.
And a Muradin.
And they're taking the Muradin again.
Interesting.
Graphics courtesy of Ashbash. Okay, repping your own emotes. I love it. I do that too, and mine are just stolen from the game. So, here they are. Bam.
They're the best ones.
I used to have the butcher meat one, but like, actually the first one's made by Riot. Also circle_of_11 on Twitch. It's very good.
Not the game developer.
Yeah, not the game developer. Excited to see these 2 teams play. I feel like both games they've had very different drafts, like very different comps, like in what they want to accomplish together. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce Hotstats. We've got no more mount synergy. Godly Noob on Zul'jin, Kakarot on the Hogger, Q-Ball on the Jaina, Krogdon on a new Brack. Where'd the little bagger go? User error on the orange Rhaegar. And if you want to introduce Braincellmates...
Okay, I can't really read. Protoss Rule on... Who's that? Cassia?
Yeah.
Juggerab on Blaze. Jaeger on... I don't know. Who's Jaeger?
I think it's Muradin.
Muradin. Nixus on Sylvanas. And Amon on Ariel.
Okay, they're choosing to take this bot route. And I kind of love seeing this auto attack build Cassia. I'm such a sucker for auto attack build Cassia. Oh, and they're being cheeky with black arrows. obligatory
Structure damage.
Sylvanas, but like she had to walk away. Only did it for a second because Zul'jin chunked her so hard there. Oh, you went Bone Slicer. I love that. Okay, blind onto the Zul'jin. He's stacking though. Let's get him to stack.
They're getting chunked. They did give up mid, right? Mid has
Yeah,
just been.
yeah.
I don't know if they
And
got the
top
second.
is struggling too with a lot of damage. So overall, I would say not worth in this case.
No, they're picking it up at the wall here.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand. Well, it's a still. And Cassie also.
They did lose a whole tower. Yeah, but they didn't push forward there.
Yeah, definitely.
Zul'jin blocking this rotation, taking Cassie a lot longer to rotate. Harder already starting in the camp. This is a huge advantage.
Yep. Blaze is going right now, but they're going to need someone to cover top at some point.
Yeah.
Blaze can clear the camp relatively quickly, but
There's
with
three people here, so it might get done a
not
little
until
faster,
level 4.
actually. Especially because the spin canceled, but
Oh,
he
I
did
see.
build up his rage again. So he's going to finish at about the same
At
time.
the same time, yeah.
Hotstat's doing a good job of keeping the pressure on the structures, staying in every lane as needed. And that's just because they needed 3 people to do the camp on time.
It's going to be pretty difficult for Blaze to clear the wave before it crashes, and Jaina's going to be able to get so much structure value.
You hate being the offlaner when they
Throwing
have
a
2
blizzard
people
on
in
the
your
wall.
lane.
Yeah. So we'll see what the kind of pressure they can get with numbers in bot lane. There's a fight going on right now. Looks like Rhaegar got the little chunk, but not really in any danger.
Yeah, we'll see how much they can get here. It's only 2 people now against 4. Augur is clearing that camp out though, so it has a little bit of pressure here mid if nobody responds to it. And he's just gonna keep pushing. Top is struggling. Okay, Blaze is gonna go away, but it's not looking good up here.
Yeah.
And they're not getting really much of anything down here. Like, they got some hits on the wall, but
They're going to need to send someone, probably Sylv, to cover mid more, or just rotate more as 4, because having Blaze come down is just, it's a disaster. That's half a fort. That's not a good situation to be in early game.
yeah, it's too early to have this low of a fort. There was not enough support here in the top lane for
They're
how
looking
many
at the
people
end.
were here this long.
He's used it already. He's going to get whipped back, so they
Okay.
have some time.
Oh,
Nice E.
the stun on the jet propulsion. Jaina looking
He's
like
just
they
making
want to
space.
help.
He doesn't care about living. he's
Getting
going
more
for structure
damage.
His E's not coming up anytime soon. So
Okay, well, Hawk are getting the jump on this camp then.
yeah.
And Zul'jin kind of stacking because they have to defend here.
And I do like that we see the Q on the Zul'jin.
Yeah, Bone Slicer.
It's the new hotness.
The new hotness.
Getting good damage, chunking the Sylph, getting the wall. First on the camp. I mean, Blue's looking really good so
Yeah.
far.
They're doing amazing on structures on a map that is so heavily reliant on structures, I would say. Possessing some of the minions for a bigger push down here. Objectives coming up. They are going to be able to clear this camp, but not before it gets some damage on this wall.
Yep. Yep. Their wave state's
Gank
looking
onto
good.
the Sylph!
She used her
And she
E,
dodges everything. Well done.
And I like that neither of the teams have really been trying to force or like look for objective right away. I think that's something that you see maybe in the lower leagues, but really this is just like the objective is there, but you're still playing a macro game until you can get a lead. And we see they're looking for Rhaegar right now. If they can get this
Oh!
kill,
He dodged
they might play
everything!
objective right after.
Yeah. They're getting a kill.
Now they have space. They're getting still bot lane's looking a little risky. Oh, she just used her E. It looks like that Q's not quite enough. It was
Okay.
close.
Wait, is she staying? Oh, just to possess it? It's juicy. Okay, a new Brack getting a
Backcapping.
cheeky cap with all the
They got
beetles.
Zul'jin.
Oh, did they? I didn't
Yeah.
even see.
And Blaze is not going to be enough to catch this back. At
Yeah.
least not for a while. And Noob's going to be as
Stills is
annoying as
on the way.
possible.
But they're
Dana's
hecking
getting-
macroing.
Oh yeah. For stun.
Oh.
Either way.
Alright. That's a lot of time. That's 27 seconds that a new Brack got with a cheeky back cap. Energized Core. The auto attacks. Love it.
Yep, Pogger's on camp again. Their camp is going to have an advantage. It's going to give them some space. They might be able to make another play on the objective. They're looking at Sylv on bot lane. Looks like she's okay.
She's doing what she can to defend against 2 people with beetles.
Blaze is defending against Zul'jin top lane, and slowly this fort is getting chunked.
Level 10 is actually favoring Braincellmates earlier, depending on how this all goes. They're back looking for another cap here.
Doesn't get it.
It's a
Gets
good
done.
stun. Very, very chunked.
Mm-hmm.
He's not likely going to stick around unless this stays a 2v1.
Mm-hmm.
I like the possession for the defense. Oh, cancel the E, so not able to go in, but...
Here, trying to catch a stun maybe on the
This is a
Jaina.
dead Jaina.
Yeah, she's gone.
I mean, they just didn't anticipate. I mean, they were sitting for a long time, but they had so much time on the side of Braincellmates to make that yank.
Mm-hmm. And now they've got their own objective because they cleared mid and then came down. They've got their objective pushing. They're going to look to get some time on the objective cap as well here.
Yeah, they're grabbing objective here.
They did lose top. Important to note. So Zul'jin did
Yeah.
finish the top fort, so the structures are really down, but getting some tempo. Looking at the Blaze. This is
That's
a
not the
4v3 for
bunker.
now.
Oh, the
Pitches
whip!
radar.
Hey, you know what? That's a good target, too. That's even a better target, because they can't get cleansed, you know, and if you're CCing the Rhaegar, he has to wait to use Ancestral until he's not CC'd. So, that ended up actually working out for them, but...
It's a nice Valkyrie.
Yeah. Good Valkyrie.
And now they're getting it. Got the recap. Looks like it got stalled a little.
Massive wave top, though, so this... You know, this could actually work out in the favor of Braincellmates, because they can push with the lanes that are pushed up, and then this one will fall behind, and then they can push this one later on.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe not. Maybe they just won't clear it out. The Cocoon onto the cast, yeah, they were
His
looking
team's not there, though.
to kind of stall chunking Muradin.
Jaina does good damage, but not enough to kill a Muradin 100-0.
They pick up this camp, which will be good in defending the objective. Possession is making this minion wave look a little mean. Blaze doing some homework up here.
And now they have an objective on
Yeah.
the way.
So it's 3v4 down here. Hogger's trying to clear mid alongside that camp, and will probably try and join their team bot. Oh, it's 4v4 here, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, missed the stun, but the wailing arrow is huge.
Ooh,
Another
another
Valkyrie onto that Rhaegar.
Oh.
Ooh! Finishing him off right before Ancestral goes off.
Yeah.
Oh, good black arrows. Muradin probably didn't realize that they were going to black arrows. I don't think he would have walked away if he did.
And Ancestral was close.
Mm-hmm.
Probably would have saved him if it went off. I'm not 100% sure. But now they're definitely losing bot fort. Now Hogger did already clear and has got a can't pushing mid. So they're going to have some time to clear top. I don't imagine top is going to fall.
Yeah,
but
I don't think so either.
it's going to get chunked for sure. I mean, it's taking a lot. They're not rotating yet. Jaina's staying bot for
Muradin being the first one to provide support, unless Rhaegar gets it there first. Okay, top fort's not gonna go down. All things told, they lose one fort, but Hot Stats did such a great job before any objectives that the forts are the same right now.
Only thing up right now is boss. They do have a talent advantage, but it's not going to last very long, so I'd be surprised if they try to make a play on it at all.
And the camps have been staggered at this point, so red is getting theirs at now, and blue's just spawned.
It's kind of crazy. They have 6 kills to 0, and yet, like, the map is
Yeah,
even.
exactly.
Like, more or less even.
Like, Hot Stats was gaming,
They're
like,
playing
with
for boss.
where they were sieging in the first part of the game.
Unfortunately, Blue's team is really
Really
heavily
unaware of the
top-sided,
boss, yeah.
not really looking at it. I mean, they're definitely
I
looking
think
at
they
it
want
now.
it, yeah.
They know it's happening, but it...
I don't think these two can do it with Blaze in the mix.
Yeah, this isn't happening.
I mean, their whole team needs to be up here. Oh, I guess. Okay, he lands the stun, and the boss is hitting him. Gets a little body blocked by the
This could go
Zul'jin.
very poorly
And
if they
they're
try it.
leashing it because blue team is having a late start going up there. Looks like they changed their minds and said, you know what, we should just clear, but also defend mid, but also there's a boss.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what they end up doing. It looks like they're gonna double boss here, which is really, really strong. I think the indecisiveness of blue team really cost them at this point, because not only did double bossing, when they're dealing with top boss, they might be getting objective. Like, so.
Yeah, they give you so much tempo with the second boss. Looting into the prisoners. Blaze is going to go to loot prisoners right away. And then now their only hope really is if they can get a lucky pick, but it's a 5v5. That's not probably not gonna happen. They're going to 16.
Yeah,
like,
it's gonna
right
have
now.
16s. So
It's tough. I think you just clear and
they
you
are a little split
suffer.
though. Sylvanas is pushing this wave. But yeah,
I think you clear and you
this
suffer.
is one of those maps, man.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you just can't be on the map.
Mm.
But I'd say Braincellmates have that agency to decide and be on the map where they probably said they were going to be. Made some good assessments about where the enemy team
Well, they're
was.
looking. They don't want to give up the objective, so they're down to fight down a town. This could be a disaster, but if
It
they
could be, but they
equalize,
got a good cocoon. That's isolation. Valkyrie
catches the
only.
jump, but it's Murden.
That's a massive wailing arrow, but
Huge
Hogger's
shockwave in the
hovering.
back line.
He's gone.
That's it. I mean,
Another
Zul'jin's
stun.
looking to. Oh my God! One away.
Okay, Tezdingo.
He's living. Gets ancestral.
Okay, Tezdingo Ancestral's busted.
Nice Q. Interrupts the Murden jump
Oh,
again.
there's so many stuns.
Huge
oh, massive
cleanse.
cleanse. Oh, the ring tucking.
Oh! Can they make it work? No, Anoop's getting chunked.
Everybody's so
big blade
chunked.
stun. Honestly, this is really good try by
Yeah.
Blue Team for how down
For
they
being
were.
down 16, that was incredibly close.
I respect it. I mean, I don't know if
Oriole.
it was the right call, but it was valiantly attempted.
In the one team fight, Oriole got 6 stacks.
Oh my
That's
God.
disgusting. And they want this keep,
Mhm.
and they're getting objective. This could be the end of the game. But I don't know.
think
Only
they're
one
living.
keep down is like really hard to kill this.
They're
for.
gonna lose so much off this push, but they're living, I think. Interesting. I mean, they're gonna 16s. They're not out of the game, but that's rough. It's rough to lose that fight.
Yeah.
It was a good try. Blaze looking at DJ.
Jump prop doesn't connect, but if it did, I think he would have died. So the team would have followed up, probably. Ice barrier, like to see it. I feel like the 16s on hot stats are actually really good. Okay, the wall. Wall is OP.
Look, I mean, if they get 16, right, they get a good shockwave into a ring. Like, they could totally pull off a nice combo.
Oh,
with
massive
their
root
tools.
onto Sylvanas. She does pop unstoppable. Murden getting cocoon, but it gets burned right away.
Huge E.
Yeah,
Oh my God! But
massive stun. Oh,
the stun on the backline right after.
yeah.
They didn't really
Oh, the
have to follow
ancestral.
up. Okay.
Okay, so that's 2 for 0, and this thing is hitting core.
Yeah, now it's looking like they could lose.
Yeah.
I think Zul'jin needs to help clear, but I mean, Core's gonna regen at some point. I won't have time to.
Sorry for the lag. They're looking kind of okay here. It's gonna start regenerating, and they haven't gotten this keep yet. But they got bot keep though.
Yeah, but it's half health. I think they could try to end.
Yeah, you got 10
They're gonna
seconds though
try.
on your
Oh, they
teammate.
catch the Zul'jin.
Oh, they
Missed the
unstopped.
valve, but he had no E or no arm.
Purge is such a short time
Well played has
period.
been called.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
The team fights were very well executed
I think
by the
so.
red team. Even if Blue's macro was better in the early game,
Yeah.
those picks were huge and they snowballed it really hard. So, is that 2-0 for them?
That is
Gotcha.
2-0 going to Braincellmates.
GG's. I gotta go check on food, so thanks for letting me cast.
Yeah. Thanks for joining me. Okay, let's take a look at these talents. Oh my gosh! It's 12-0! Oh no! I mean, I really like this comp. Like, I'm an Oriole fan. I know why people are banning her. I just think she's so cool, like, as a hero. And, like, obviously they overtuned her a little bit lately, but I think they'll bump her back down in a bit. But Blaze doing quite a bit of damage here too. 25k? I know there's a percent damage talent here somewhere. For Zul'jin. Pummel. Wow, really well played by Braincellmates. Excited for them. These two teams on the Aw, dang. My prediction didn't go off. Whoops, I forgot to click start. I'm sorry. But these two teams on the leaderboards were quite close, actually. Out of, what, 11 teams? They were, Hotstats was 7 at the moment. Braincellmates is 8. They played it different matches, different number of matches, but overall pretty close. I will see if they want an interview. Ooh. Maybe, maybe not. Ah. I don't always do an interview just based on how I'm feeling. So sorry if I cast your game once and I didn't do an interview. I'm not consistent about it. Sometimes I like struggle with coming up with questions too, so I'm like a little nervous. But yeah, let's get into the game. Into the voice.
Hello.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you much. Games were fun.
Yeah, they were fun to watch. I think everybody could hear me this time. This cast. I guess first of all, were you expecting to win this game?
I don't think we go in with expectations necessarily.
Okay,
We just
cool.
like have we're also just here to have a good time. So
Cool.
if we win, that's obviously a bonus.
Yeah.
Did some scouting. Saw that their offlaner dumpsters some people with the Haka in the last set, so we made sure that wouldn't happen.
Nice. I mean, you guys got really good value out of the Dahaka and that Shrines game, so
Yeah.
you gave them
Pretty
too
happy
much
with it.
homework.
I think they were pretty good.
Nice.
The early games, the early game on game 2 especially, we were a little bit sloppy with. They were good on their rotations and the pushing with their 1-2.
It's funny, I feel like in the first game, you guys were so much better on the positioning in the early game, and in the second game, they were so much better on where, they should have been, or should they be his structures and whatnot, so it was cool to see that. I can't believe you guys shut them out in the second game, like, you didn't give them a single kill, but there were definitely a few times where your team had, like, somebody had, like, 10 health or, like, 40 health, like, walking away with nothing.
39 more than you need.
Pretty much. I like the auto attack build you went with Cassia.
I can't land a skill shot to save my life, so yeah.
Dude, I feel like one of the reasons why that's such a strong kit for her is because you get all the value at level 1. Like,
I am a fan of the AI. Yeah. I was robbed like 2 Valkyries that game, though. I was so sad.
Oh, the wall? Yeah, I saw those. I mean, wall is OP.
Wall is OP.
They were good Valkyries, though. Yeah, very good fishing. It made it so that you didn't need Haymaker. Reverse Haymaker. Just a hook.
We were thinking about going Stitches one of the games, actually.
Oh, really? Which one?
You trust me to remember? I'm pretty sure it was
There's only 2.
Look, my brain is there for pressing buttons, not much more.
True. Plus, you share it.
Yeah, exactly. It was game 2 when we were considering the Stitches.
Okay.
But
it's good on this map, for sure. Yeah. And your tank was last pick, so you must have been like,
It was a coin flip.
What works best here?
Yeah.
It worked out well. Were you surprised to see, especially in this game too, like the Bone Slicer talents for Zul'jin? I feel like that's like the new meta since they kind of like changed his trait a little bit.
I think those have been the better talents for like a very long time.
Nice.
So
I've heard that sentiment from only a handful of people where they think Q build is like the way to go. It's very strong. But they opted out of some of the Q talents, I think.
Yeah, I would have gone the Q on the 16 as well.
That's the percent one, right?
Yeah, percent damage is good.
Yeah, I mean, it's good even into squishy heroes. Like,
Q build just means that you get damage without having to get stacks, which is like why I rely on stacks.
Yeah, and if you're gonna be macroing half the time anyways, like it's a pretty good option.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I don't really have any notes. Just wanted to congratulate you, I guess. It was a fun game to watch. You're welcome to make any shout outs if you want to.
Just to my wonderful team and opponents was fun games, and thanks for casting.
Of course. Well, thanks for joining me. And I hope you have a good rest of your night.
Anytime. Cheers.
Okay, well, fun games. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm gonna go eat some of that delicious food that I smell. And I'll see you next time.